Muslim police force takes over U.S. town, pissed citizens make them pay in huge way. For quite some time, conservatives have sounded the alarm over how dangerous of a threat Sharia law is. The American people have witnessed over the last several years, radical Muslims continue to infiltrate our country thanks to liberal politicians. These Muslims have spread across the United States in their attempt to take over the West, but thanks to the conservative right we have been able to stop many of their advances. For instance, in the state of Montana, the Republicans in the state Senate were able to successfully block the application of foreign laws such as Sharia being enforced in their state courts. Also in Irving, Texas, Mayor Beth Van Duyne shut Muslims who attempted to implement Sharia law in her city. Now, there is another Muslim who is attempting to enforce Islam's barbaric justice system in one American town, and these red-blooded Americans were not having any part of it. Devin James Miller was raised in Georgia and moved to Minnesota, where he was quickly radicalized there by the Muslim community and eventually changed his name to Abdullah Rashid. Now, Rashid spends his time in the quiet suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, patrolling the streets as a Sharia law enforcer in what he calls the civil part of the Sharia law. Rashid walks the streets and tells citizens not to drink, smoke, or interact with the opposite sex. If Rashid happens to see a Muslim woman not wearing the appropriate Muslim attire, he will suggest what they should wear. If that is not bad enough to hear about one of these men in America dictating what people can do, is that he is also recruiting more to join the ranks, and has been successful. Here is more from Star Tribune. Minneapolis police received reports in February from concerned residents who saw Rashid in a dark green uniform that said Muslim Defense Force and Religious Police and had two flags associated with ISIS and other terrorist groups. "We've had conversations with community members that live over there," said Officer Corey Schmidt, a police spokesman. "Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to deal with it, but it's something we've been monitoring." Jeff Van Nist, an FBI spokesman for Minneapolis, declined to comment. In a recent interview, Rashid said he aims to turn Cedar Riverside into a Sharia-controlled zone where Muslims are learning about the proper practices of Islam and that non-Muslims are asked to respect it. "People who don't know me would say I'm a terrorist," he said. "I'm someone who's dedicated to Islam and trying to help the community all ways I can." But the Islamic Institute of Minnesota issued a statement Wednesday saying Rashid does not in any way speak for the Islamic Institute of Minnesota or the Muslims in Minnesota. "We consider this matter as a dangerous precedent and a threat in our country and our way of life," the statement said. "We ask our law enforcement agencies to consider this grave matter to protect Minnesotans. Of course, this is a threat and needs to be stopped, but the question is, how did it get so far?" At first, Rashid said that he had the support of the local police department and that they have allowed him to patrol the streets. However, there are others in the community that are rather confused by what Rashid is even doing, and has even been caught giving legal counsel to citizens. Salma Mohammed, a mother of 4, met with him recently at Brian Coyle Community Center, seeking advice on a custody case. A friend had referred her to Rashid, unaware of his controversial activities. She was startled by his uniform, she said, and his talk about terrorism and the young Muslim men who were convicted of trying to join ISIS. "I was expecting the guy was a lawyer," Mohammed said. "He just brought up things that weren't even on the discussion table." On his website, Rashid posted a video titled "Never Trust Non-Muslims" by Anwar al-Awlaki, leader of an al-Qaeda affiliate in Yemen, who was killed in a U.S. drone strike in 2011. And he had initially listed the Masjid Shafisi Cultural Center in Cedar Riverside address as his organization's headquarters. But the imam of that mosque, Abdi Ali, said it has nothing to do with Rashid's group. Ali said he plans to file a complaint with police. "We're against his ideas," Ali said. "We always encourage our community to be a part of the society." Of course, this sort of behavior has pissed off Americans and they have decided to voice their opinion and take back their city. After the article appeared on Star Tribune, these patriots had something to say about Rashid and his activities that may shut him down for good. Rashid needs to be deported to the Middle East if that is the sort of life he wants to lead. This is America, and in the land of the free, we do not have a third world religion tell us how to live. As Americans, we are accommodating to all sorts of people in this great country of ours, but not if you are coming here to change us. It is really simple here in America: you assimilate to our culture or you can leave, but that's about it. Rashid and his Sharia law patrol might as well pack their bags, leave, since they are not welcome here. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.